All right, here we go, Trent. This is Coach Duarte here. Just wanted to talk through some of the notes that Coach Rob and I discussed and talked about as we got to hit with you guys. There's some things that are taking place here with a nice soft stride as you get into your stroke. We do see, we talked a lot about loading, and we do see that you are getting some movement in, but I really personally think that if you can just continue to add a little bit more movement, especially, and not just that you're moving, but that you're taking your hands away from your stride foot a little bit. It's called hand separation, in a more rhythmic, fluid, smooth manner, so that it's a little less jumpy. What it's going to do is it's going to lengthen out the pace of your load a little bit to help you be on time. If you see a lot of these strokes, you're a little bit. I know you're inside out. Your bat path is pretty good, but a lot of those balls are going over into right center, or flared into right field. Part of that is just because you're not quite on time with your load. You're not quite on time with starting your load. I know that we talked about how you're kind of compressed already into that back leg, but you can really get a good sense of this if you really think about lengthening out your load, so that your load should be, if you get a stopwatch from the moment you start working away from the ball to the moment the ball makes impact, you should be at about 1 second with that. Okay. And from my experience, and I haven't done that yet, but you're probably right around 0.75 seconds, right around there. Okay, so that could be something to take a look at, and that's something that I can do too here once I finish up. But other things look pretty good. You have pretty good lower half rotation. Your hands are pretty direct. I just think that being able to add a little bit more movement earlier on is going to help you turn on some pitches. I know, a couple of these you really quite couldn't get the hands out in front. There's one that kind of just flared out to the right field line. It's going to help you get in a better launch position, and you're going to see a still picture here in a second of your launch position. When your front foot stride and it gets down, you're going to see how you're kind of tied up a little bit with your hands. That back elbow is really high. That top hand's kind of choking the bat a little bit, and the hands are kind of tucked in a little bit, hidden into your chest a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of free those hands up a little bit, get into maybe a little bit better launch position by softening that back elbow. Doesn't mean you have to bring it down, but just keep it soft as you get ready to launch. So those are a couple things there. I mean, you've got a pretty good base. I thought your balance was pretty good. Like I said, you were inside the ball pretty well. So hopefully adding a little bit earlier of a load, kind of lengthening that load out just a bit. And then once you kind of get that down, really working to hit through contact, or having some weight shift and letting your backside clear and go with contact. That'll be something else. But that's going to be maybe a little bit more advanced, something that you can maybe work on in the months to come. So it was neat working with you defensively and offensively. I hope this helps a bit. Thanks, man. Take care. All right, so here's that picture. Here's that launch position right here. Elbows kind of deep back behind your shoulder a little bit. Hands are nice and high, but maybe tucked in to your chest a little bit. So if we can kind of just loosen that up and get to this position a little sooner, it'll help your hands work out in front. It'll help your hands be able to work a little cleaner, be able to drive the ball both to right center and to left center as well. So that's just a little visual that I wanted to send you right there, man.